We hosted the Home Affairs Minister this week, and Malusi Gigaba, and of course we're going to have him again this morning, but new exciting developments at the Department of Home Affairs. They're introducing an upgraded and improved identification system. The Minister in the portfolio, Malusi Gigaba, launching the automated Biometrics identification system in Capetown today. Now, this method stores data of individuals, which include their fingerprints, images of their face and their palms as well. I don't know if you've ever experienced it at some international airports. It is amazing, I must say. It's exciting that we're going to get this in our airports. Now, I remember doing one at an EU airport. I don't remember where it was. Atlanta, my director's telling me as well. It literally is just an identification process. You walk right through. It's fantastic. Mariska Botha is with the Minister now. She's going to chat to him a little bit briefly about it. This really is an exciting development, Mariska.
Yes, indeed, you're absolutely rightly. And as you said, this is going to spruce up the Department of Home Affairs. And it's called the Automated Biometric Identification System. And for short, they're calling it ABIS, not ABIS, ABIS. And as you said, yeah, this will drastically change things at the Department of Home Affairs. But to talk to us a little bit more, we have the Minister here this morning, Malusi Gigaba. Good morning to you, Minister. Thank you for being with us. Minister, what is the system all about? Why the changeover to this?
This system is going to drastically improve the way we identify South Africans and authenticate the identification of South Africans, including foreign nationals, because it relies not only on the fingerprint scan and facial recognition. It goes a step forward in scanning your DNA, in relying on your iris scan and footprint identification, especially for minor children. It's going to form the backbone of government identification and will enable not only government and other government departments, but also the private sector to be able to authenticate the identities of their clients. It's more reliable than the Home Affairs National Identification System that we have been administering at the present moment. And it actually enables us now going forward to introduce new innovation that will enable services at the department to be quicker, to be more efficient, but also it will enable us to innovate and diversify the points of service that we currently have, so that people don't always have to come to the Department of Home Affairs for the services, but they can be serviced at different points of service.
Why was it time to modernize? We heard you saying in your speech, it's time to upgrade, it's time to modernize. Why now?
Well, we've been running the modernization program for the last few years, and we have arrived with this at a point where we need to just up our game a little bit, because we intend during the course of this year to also start launching the National Identity System, which is going to integrate the various forms of identification that we have. The HANIS, the Home Affairs National Identification System, the National Immigration Identification System, the Movement Control System, so that we have a single point of identity that we can rely on, whether it is for South Africans or foreign nationals. It will make it quicker for us to authenticate, to verify the identity of a person. It will improve the economy in terms of tourism and in terms of travel. It will improve services in terms of not only Home Affairs but other government departments. But it will also improve fighting crime, because the police will be able to authenticate the identities of people and the fingerprints which they find. All of that will happen quickly, and I think that our partners in the banking sector, in tourism, are going to be quite excited by the fact that this is going to have a positive spin-off on the economy. The Minister of Small Business and Cooperatives Development, the Minister of Social Development, the Minister of Transport will also be beneficiaries of this system, in that it's going to assist us to develop a small-scale ICT sector in South Africa that's going to support various government departments through various technology solutions that will be required in terms of the work that we are going to do, and to identify the social grants beneficiaries, verify their identities, and make sure that the people who claim such benefits are exactly who they claim they are.
That's very exciting, Minister, and we understand there's going to be a small demonstration now. If we can maybe just move over to the table here, we understand Minister is going to help us to demonstrate and show how this works. Minister, we'll follow you. Let's see, we've got Mr. Mike Molobi here of the department who's going to show us exactly. I'm going to step out of the way, and my colleague Clinton Surf will show it. Mike, explain to us what's going to happen now. As you go along, we will watch you working.
Okay, thank you. Basically, what we're going to be showing here is the new capabilities available in the ABIS solution. In the legacy system, it was taking fingerprint, it was taking portraits as well, but on the new modalities now, as the Minister was mentioning on the speech, now we're looking at in additional biometrics as well. We're looking at fingerprints, we're looking at palm prints, we're looking at portraits, we're looking at capturing the signature, we're looking at irises, we're actually looking at infant footprints as well. So here, I'm just going to show just a quick overview of the facial capabilities that are available on the system. We were scouring on the internet to find a really poor quality picture of the Minister. I'm sorry if I didn't do you good justice. I apologize for that in advance. So we are showing here that the picture on the left, on the right, is actually a very old picture of the Minister when he was still very nice and relaxed and everything, when life was still good. And now on the picture on the right, on the left now, this is a much newer photo. We can do the same simulation today as well, but just because for today's argument's sake, we had to prepare while the Minister was talking. We took a new picture from the internet as well, mind you, remember.
And what do you do with that? Do you compare the two to verify that that's the same person?
Yes, we compare the two to verify that yes, this is the same person. Remember now, with the new ABIS solution, you don't just do comparing using fingerprints. You can compare using portraits as well. You compare using irises as well. And you can actually add, as he was mentioning, with the additional modalities in the future, you'll be able to compare using DNA as well, all encapsulated and incorporated into one solution.
Okay. But it assists because, especially when you come to Home Affairs offices, many elderly persons would have their fingerprints aged, damaged, and so we can utilize other methods of identifying them without using the fingerprint which is already damaged.
Well, that's fantastic. Just explain to us, what is this little box that we see here? There's a great box there. We know we won't be doing any scans or anything this morning, but what will happen there?
Okay, this small box is a live capture device. This is basically a fingerprint capture device. They have something similar on their live capture system on their modernization projects as well, where we can get our new smart card IDs. And we can see that we plugged in a webcam as well, so that when you actually do an enrollment, you can take not only the fingerprints, but you can take the portraits and signature as well. Okay, so on the screen I have here, you'll see that on the right, this is where you will get the candidates, and based on the score of the match, and basically based on the highest probability, that candidate will appear at the top there. And then with that, you can actually say that yes, this is a positive identification. By doing that, you are actually merging the two records in the system. This additional face matching technology, it actually assists the department as well to resolve an issue with regards to duplicate IDs, because now everything is more accurate. There's more additional modalities you can actually plug into the solution. And over and above that, the new solution, the new ABIS solution, it can actually now incorporate into mobile devices. Any mobile device with the right biometric software, they can now mean that they actually go to the people, they go to the remote areas, they can do the live enrollment. You can do the same thing with the elections as well. All of this, they'll be fed by the heart of the government, which is going to be the DHA ABIS solution now.
Thank you very much. That was Mike Molobi and the Minister of Home Affairs, Minister Malusi Gigaba, talking about exciting new developments at the Home Affairs. And with that, we're going to an ad break.